Maybe
Let's
we
find
can
a big, heavy rock. It's got to be one some here, and then just drop it in there. You know, like make a wish.
That's a good idea. You know who could probably grab the biggest rock?
I'll get on like the other side of Pell, and I'll kind of motion for Moonwind, like let's like pick her up and put her in a chair.
Well, I believe if we can find the source of this type of magic, maybe we can figure out what's going on here.
Falcon and Cloud get the rock up to the very edge of the well.
I'm just gonna nudge it in.
Oops, my hand slipped. Oh no.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another session of Songs from the Abyss, where boulders solve all your problems. I am your Dungeon Master, aka Daddy Mommy, Ernell Pearson, alongside my bestest friends. Firstly, it is, let's start with my baby boy, DJ Simfix.
What it do, baby?
What it do, baby? We also have my little Thai peanut, it's Xander.
Hello. That is me. I am a peanut.
Hello, yeah, you could say. We also have the Hellfire and Brimstone, Garrick, Bartholomew Eaton.
May I speak freely?
You may.
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
You guys need to watch The Naked Gun. That movie is so fucking funny, dude. And then we also have our bestest friend, Pub Master Tracks, aka Sam.
I'm tired.
yeah, dude. Welcome in. You know what I'm saying, gentlemen? Yeah. We have ourselves back. We do not have Devin here. Unfortunately, he is moving, but we are making that work within ourselves to keep things pushing because we do not want to keep doing cancellations on episodes. So, if thankfully, because of the new format, in which I'm sure you folks at home were able to see if you watched our last episode and you're watching this one now, it makes it a little bit easier for us to be able to move forward if one person is missing. I don't know about two. I don't think, like, I would have to have, like, pretty ample planning for two people to be gone. But that's okay. We'll figure it out as
it would have to be following like a tavern scene where two individuals got a little too drunk.
Yeah. We'd have to do something
for a hangover.
A little specially curated there, but we'll cross those bridges once we get to them. You know what I'm saying? We'll take it on a case by case basis. Yeah, exactly. Firstly, no episode. No, it's kidding. That would have been funny. There is no episode at the end of August, but that is because me and Devin both will be gone. He'll be on tour and stuff, but we still have a whole like month of goodies for you guys until then, so it should be a huge deal. Other housekeeping, please check out our newest episodes of all of our other content. We have new Shipwreck Show, where we talk about San Diego Comic-Con. We have new Death Ratio, where Garrick and DJ talk about their favorite games of the year so far. And then we also have new 20,000 Films Under the Sea, where me and Garrick got to review The Naked Gun. Probably never. No, I don't want to say. You guys just need to go watch it. You guys
so
just
fucking
need to go.
funny.
It's fucking funny. It's funny, boys. And you guys can get all sorts of goodies over at goodkraken.com, as well as patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can find all sorts of exclusive content and early access over there, including an episode, or actually a transcript of an episode that me and Xander did that never actually went released to the public. You guys can find over there if you want to learn more about what we do outside of here. But all of the sort of exclusive stuff will be found there and will be found in our Discord for subscribers, including for those of you that are boosting our Discord. You guys get all the same wonderful goodies that our patrons, our paid patrons, get over on patreon.com/goodkrakenpods. You can find that over there, including our exclusive Songs from the Abyss tentacle dildo.
Yeah.
Yep. Brand new. Garrick, it was actually Garrick's idea. Funny enough. He said, "No, I need you to do that. I need to make sure that happens." And I was like, "Dude, like anything you want." Man. Like, gentlemen, session 21. Last time we were together, the Tusk of Talos laid siege on Falcon's hunting lodge, and you all leapt into action, cleaving through the orc cult like scythes through grass. Cloud stormed the building in search of Falcon's workers, while Jackal and Leon took to the backside of the property from the roof, where Leon's dissonant whisper spell sent an anchorite to be trapped in the lodge's water well before the groundskeeper Corwin was harmed. Cloud and Moonwind find Pell within the dining hall, where the maid was nearly felled by the hands of the anchorite Flens. However, at the call of an orcish battle horn, the cult began to retreat, and although you try to pick them off one by one, they successfully pull back into the Neverwinter woods. Jackal and Leon release Corwin from his ties before he runs into the lodge, where the rest of the group are tending to Pell on her last breath. Cloud, Moonwind, and Boris administer some healing steps to keep her alive, to which Pell then explains that she overheard word of the cult needing wood resources for some kind of ritual. She reveals a strange wooden necklace left around her neck while she was trapped, to which Moonwind finds is unbreakable. Leon mentions to the party that there is still a loose end found in the lodge's well that needs to be taken care of, and you all move to the northern side of the property, where Jackal has decided that the best course of action is to cut the loose end entirely with a large rock. And Moonwind attempts to interrogate the anchorite Narooks, but when realizing that the half-orc was not cooperating, Falcon and Cloud send the boulder tumbling down from the top, smashing the anchorite below. The party, now inside, regroup to figure out the best course of action. Before we kick things off officially, Moonwind, you have heroic inspiration today. Everyone at home that does not know what that means, Moonwind today can pick one roll that he would like to roll heroically, if you will, at an advantage, if you would like to, at his choice. Congratulations.
What did I do to deserve that?
You did okay last time. You did all right.
Yes.
You did all right.
You did good.
Yes.
You did good, man.
Effectively middle. Love it.
Effectively middle. Yeah, I love that for you. Boys, let us begin. Within the heavy timber doors, the creak of old hinges echoes through the stillness of the lodge. And you guys can smell the scent of pine resin, aged wood, and old smoke wrapping around you like a thick woolen cloak. And dim lantern light flickers from iron sconces in the corners, the far corners of the dining hall, casting long, quivering shadows across the walls and taxidermied heads of elk and dire wolves that are mounted along the log walls of the dining room. And this main room is broad and warm. Its central fireplace, or hearth, if you will, is crackling softly with an orange flame. And above the mantle is a large bear skin hanging, blackened from smoke, but with its jaws open and a gaping towards you in the hall. Antlered chandeliers are hanging from the ceiling above, and their candles on the tips sputter in the occasional draft that sort of creeps through unseen gaps in the log walls. And the round dining tables dominate this sort of center area of the room, set with mixed and matched pewter plates and tankards and cups, and that glint faintly from the reflection of the firelight. And hunting gear rests in careful disarray all up and down the walls as well, with bows, snares, bone-handled knives, each tool deeply stained from years of use. And despite the lodge's sort of rustic charm, there's an eerie, strange stillness to this place. There's chirping insects that echo between the walls of the building, but there's no wind howling outside. There's no hoots of an owl outside, just the low groan of timber settling and the slow rhythmic ticking of a mounted clock in the corner of the room. And you all are sort of sitting in assembled stools and chairs littered around the dining hall. You're not sort of grouped together at one table, and you can feel the weightedness on all of you as no one is sort of speaking. Cloud, you are eating a plate of food that Pell has since served up for you. It's just sort of a small plate of just meat on a bone and some type of porridge along with it. Boris, you find yourself sitting at a table sort of in the back right corner of the room. And you are a little bit more concerned about this odd feeling of searching you found yourself in before, where this sense of needing to look for something but not knowing exactly what it is still sort of slowly creeps up the back of your neck, but it's far less concerning now than it was before outside. Moonwind, you are sort of leaning up against a counter of the bar in the dining hall, and you're just kind of speechless. You don't really know what to say. This has been quite a journey you've been on so far since meeting with this group and deciding to, just on a whim, become a part of this. And now you wonder, are you too deep? And Jackal, you find yourself sitting at the fireplace across from Falcon, where both of you are sat nestled in two large leather-bound chairs. And Falcon, sitting across from you, is with the orange light of the fireplace beating across his face, has a pipe blowing in his hand, and tobacco smoke filling the air in front of the fire. And you feel a bit of a comfort there, regardless of you two not saying a word to each other. Leon is not to be seen in the hall. Last you had seen, both Corwin and Leon were both sort of running upstairs to grab some things, and that was the last that you had seen of him. But for the most part, nobody since then has really said a word. Cloud, you are closest to Boris in this hallway, and you two have met eye contact a couple of times, just sort of slowly, quietly gesturing towards each other, a humble, "Are you good?" and a responsive, "Yeah." Do you two keep it that way, or do one of you want to approach the other to break the silence?
Do I have a plate of food?
Not yet. You can get one.
I'm gonna get a plate of food and I'll go sit down at his table.
And
In between bites, I'll kind of, place my utensil down and I'll look at Boris kind of tiredly and just, what's our next move? Those orcs, clearly didn't get all of them. We still need to get ourselves to the logging camp. I feel, what are we doing?
I think the best course of action is to find these orcs, whatever ritual site, whatever they're committing to. And they shouldn't be hard to find. They probably ran and didn't try to cover their tracks.
Admittedly,
do
dealing
fear-
with the orcs could deal with the threat that is potentially, threatening the logging camp that we're after. So we could kill two birds with one stone there. I definitely believe they're more of a threat, and we need more answers from them in a general sense anyways. We can't linger here for too long.
No, we can't. But I do fear that they've gotten to the logging camp.
While we're having this conversation, do I notice any sense of strangeness about the building or anybody in particular? Or, is anything off?
go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Is 12 plus 5, 17.
No, you don't really notice much else about this place that is strange in the way of being worrisome. It's more strange in terms of being the calm after the storm. And less like an actual attack or worry of assault on you guys. There's no sense of danger. It's just a sense of strange calmness that you all are not very used to now.
We've done what you've asked, Ranger. Your employees in your lodge are safe. What do we do from here?
And Jackal and Falcon, who are sitting in front of the fireplace, Jackal, how are you posted up in this chair? Are you mega lax? How are you sat up on here?
Yeah, I'm kind of. Jackal's just relaxing. He's like, damn, shit's a long journey. Just kick back. Right now, the weight of what's going on is not really hitting him. He's just kind of like this is just another Tuesday. You know what I mean?
He got his smashing it, so he's good now.
I mean, yeah. That guy got happened to him.
Falcon sort of not even really turning completely towards Cloud to acknowledge what he said, just sort of looks over his shoulder and he says, "Just give it a minute, mates, give it a minute. I have some answers. Just relax. Take a minute. Breathe for a second. This is nice, isn't it?" And he looks over at that Jackal. And he says, quite some work you did out there. You always that creative.
Shit, man. I didn't expect you to ask me that question. I mean, I guess, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
You hunt some orcs plenty enough in your life?
I mean, probably not as different than hunting rabbits. So
Yeah, I'd humbly agree. That's for sure. Definitely like hunting rabbits around here. You ever considered working a hunting lodge yourself, mate?
ha! It doesn't pay enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course. Two jokes. Good jokes between the two of us lads here. You know, you do well. You do well to work at a place like this.
Thanks.
You ever decide you want to hunt some rabbits? And he kind of knocks your foot with his boot a little bit.
Kind of more of a like recreational thing. It's not really like a, I don't want to treat it like a job. If I treat it like a job, it just defeat the purpose. And I just
takes the flavor out, you know. No, not
yeah.
not
You
quite
know what I'm
as
saying?
fun.
You know, it's all about the feeling. You know, it's all about the journey. You know what I mean? It's
point A to point B. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
I mean, you know, it's not point A to point B. It's more like, you know, point like A, point one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's all about in between from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's an art, isn't
But-
it? It's an art. It's
Yeah. See, you get it. You're starting to get it. You're starting to get it. It is an art. You know, it's like a, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You know what I mean? You gotta, you know, sometimes you gotta
Crafty night.
sit back and sniff the flowers and you know, because like when you're walking, you know what I mean. You know, you're spending that energy, and then you know. With that, and like Jackal's gonna keep like going on and on. He's like just making like different analogies. It's like you see Snapchat, and then yeah, no, like yeah, you're getting it, yeah, for sure. No, yeah, you're right.
Falcon just sort of and turns his head back towards the fire and holds the pipe to his mouth. Moonwind, you're sort of still leaned up against this bar counter here, and you have two sort of separate groups talking amongst themselves. What do you do?
I'm definitely feeling the weight of the decision to join this crew and feeling very overwhelmed. So I kind of resort to what feels comfortable to me, being primarily a loner. So I walk up closer to the fireplace and sit down in front of it, and I begin to meditate.
And when you do, Falcon and Jackal, they don't really like acknowledge you. They just kind of both sort of look over their shoulders and see you just pop a squat right down on the floor in between their two chairs. And they don't really need to be concerned. They don't feel the need to be concerned. So they just turn back towards the fireplace. And your guys' peaceful quietness goes on for probably another hour. Before the timber doors of the front side of the lodge and into the dining room open. And when they do, you guys, to sort of a weird shock, see in the doorway this large wolf pelt mound standing there. And the mound of wolf pelt starts to shift forward. And you all on alert take a second, and Cloud, you sort of stand up out of your seat, ready to charge at this thing. And when you stand up, the whole table rattles, the whole seat drags across the wood, and before you can even do much else from there, Falcon from the other side of the room stands up too. And he puts up a hand and he says, "Hold on, Cat, hold on. It's okay, he's with me." And the mound of wolf pelt has the front side of it where the wolf head is lifts up to reveal a man with mud painted over the front of his face. And he is what looks to be squatted down underneath this large, dire wolf pelt. And he skirts across the floor as if hovering. Not literally, but it looks in this sort of very smooth single motion of him slowly navigating over towards Falcon. And as Falcon sort of sits back in his seat, you guys can see this man in the wolf pelt come up to Falcon's ear and whisper something to him. And behind him in the doorway is another man, this time in a boar's pelt with a boar's head hanging over the front. And he comes in, and in the same smooth stride, slides over to Falcon, and from the other side of the chair, whispers something into Falcon's ear as well. And Falcon, you guys can see, sort of nod his head in approval. And he lifts up a hand, and the two pelts now slide right back out of the lodge, closing the door behind them. Falcon stands up and he says, well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. Which one do you guys want first?
What's the good news?
Good news is, well, we get to kill some more Orcsies. And
Great. Awesome.
Bad.
he sort of walks up over to a larger round table sort of set in the middle of the dining hall. And he looks over at all of you and looks back over his shoulder towards Jackal and Moonwind, and he says, come here, we gotta start doing some planning here. Meet me here at the table then. And he sort of snaps his finger and says, Corwin, grab the plans. And Corwin, sort of next to the bar counter, talking to Pell, shifts up and brushes himself off quickly. He says, yes, sir, I'll be back. And he runs out the side door of the dining hall into the sort of back room where you guys can hear him sort of rummaging around for a moment. Cloud and Boris, what do you guys do? Do you guys come and meet Falcon at the table?
Oh yeah, I mean I do at least.
I'll walk over there, but I'll ask him the bad news then.
The bad news is, well, there's two different things going on, and we're not going to be able to hit them at the same time unless we split up. And he looks over at Moonwind and Jackal and says, come on, gents, join us then. Do you two come to the table as well?
I guess. Kind of just get up. Do a little stretch.
Apprehensively.
Yeah, like kind of slowly getting up. What does this entail?
Moonwind, what about you?
I am deep in meditation at this point, but I want to extend my attention to the conversation. I want to, at this point in my meditation, I feel lost. I feel uncertain. So my meditation is a way of me searching inward to find answers. But at the same time, I'd like to extend a part of my perception to the conversation at hand.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check, please.
That is a 15 total.
15? I'll allow it. So, Jackal, you get up and meet over to the table here, and Falcon, who is not sat at the table, but is standing in front of it, leaning against the table with both hands on it. You guys can see Corwin come out from the back room, and he's got multiple scrolls of paper that his arms are wrapped around, and he runs up to the table, and he's, oh, okay, yes, yeah, okay, this is the one. And he pulls it out from the top of his arms, and he hands it over to Falcon, and Falcon looks at it. Oh, okay, and he unrolls it out onto the table. And here on this map is a perfect ordinance of the area around Neverwinter Woods. And on the woods area of this map are multiple crosses of X's and scratches and little notes that were taken, left there, where on the southern end of the woods it says no orcs here, and on the far northeast corner of it says still to check with a question mark. And then there in the middle of the woods is a big X with a large red circle around it, and it's not drawn on, but you guys can see that it's wax pressed onto it with an emblem that Falcon has on the front of his armor. And Falcon sort of sighs for a second, and with his large hand points down on the map and says, okay, this is where we are, right here. Pointing at the wax press. Here's the lodge. And this is the place you guys are wanting to go. And he points upwards towards the north side of the forest, next to a river that runs downward through the woods, down all the way to Neverwinter. And he says, that's the logging camp. Problem that we're finding is that in the opposite direction here is what we call the manse. And the manse has been a problem for some time. I haven't been able to get my eyes on it on myself, but my boys have been watching it like a hawk. Or you could say like a falcon. And he nudges Jackal for a second. Am I right? Am I right? Or, okay, well, anyways. There's a problem there. And my boys are telling me that the Orcsies have been gathering here more frequently this past week that I've been gone. And if you guys want to go to the lumber camp, the logging camp is a bit of a ways. I don't blame you if you want to go there. But my job here in this lodge, in this forest, is to rid these Orcsies of this bloody place. I have to go to the manse. There's something going on, as you guys heard Pell say. We have to do something. And you're either with me or you're not. So we can either split up into groups, or you can come with me to the manse and forget this whole logging camp situation. That's, I mean, let's be real, it's not all that bloody important, is it? And he nudges Jackal again. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, well,
Jackal just looking.
Anyways,
Yeah.
So, I'll leave it up to you, lads. What do you want to do?
I mean, guys, you kind of brought up a good point. I mean, I get that log camp is why we're over here, but I mean, it's the man seems to just be, we gotta do something about it. Or else it'll just permeate into all the other stuff we have to do.
And Falcon sort of looks over at Boris and he says, "Look like a good man of good sense. What do you have to say? What say you?"
Sidebar. For the group, not for the DM. DM, you don't hear any of this. You shut up. All right, so let's just like recap. Like, so, yeah, you turn your ears off. Like as a group. So what exactly was our mission in getting to the logging camp? Just to
we were
recap.
to bring back the mayor's brother
Okay.
and crew, but the mayor's brother was the priority.
Right.
Really, the only
However-
reason this was something that was commissioned was because Jackal wanted money and still wants
Yeah.
money. And
But at the same time, given the letter that
Jackal was also
Jackal
using it as a
had
means
seen.
to get into the lodge. Yes,
to hear. So I think
Jackal has the biggest
I'm-
split priorities here.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I think now that we're here, I feel like with the letter and finding Falcon at the hunting lodge, and then now we're here, I personally think that takes precedence.
Pause there.
Um,
we role play this. Now we role play this, sir. End of conversation.
Since I was asked a question from Falcon, I'm going to look at him dead in his eyes, and I'm going to ask, how many arrows can you spare? We go to the manse.
I've got arrows galore, mate. You don't have to worry about that. I've got all the arrows that you could possibly need. in your time.
What type of tips do you have? Do you have like steel tip, iron tip?
The
That hollow
kind,
point? Damn.
the kind that
Just-
Orcsies don't like, mate. That's the kind that I have. I got all the arrows that you could possibly need. You need some bolts too, yeah?
Yeah, we'll like some bolts.
We've got some bolts for you, lad. Don't have to worry about that. Got about
Make bolts in house.
got about 20 apiece for you guys I could spare over.
20 p. Oh yeah.
20
That's
they can make it
that's
work.
Take an extra quiver.
Cat, what say you?
I think I would like to kill some orcs. I've got more questions, and I think Bill has some as well.
And it's the last person to ask in this room, at least, is the Blue Man. And you all sort of turn over towards Moonwind, who still sat in front of the fireplace. Moonwind, what do you do?
So without standing up, without even turning to them, I take a moment to weigh the situation. These orcs present a huge issue for all of us. I think it is our right and our duty to rid them from this land.
Agreed, mate. Agreed. So here's the situation. The manse is an old abandoned house in the forest that used to have an old caretaker that lived there. Prior to me ever taking over this lodge, building this lodge, anything like that, there was a lineage of folk that Corwin came from that lived here in the woods. I recruited him as a young boy, but fortunately there's, long line of family that I could not do the same for. We go to the house, find out what the Orcsies are doing there. We cut them down like trees. And then we find wherever this ritual is in the woods. The priority is to get answers. You have to find one of these orc cunts that knows where this ritual is. So one has to be spared, agreed?
Yeah, I have a question though.
Yes, Mike, go ahead.
Do you have a bathroom?
But, yeah, I mean, the John's over that way, mate. You can go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, thanks.
You're an adult. You can use that if you want. Go ahead.
I just want to know where it was. I didn't want to, I want to let you finish. I didn't want to interrupt.
Right.
I had to go really bad.
Okay. Right.
That's
then.
where I jump up. I jump up out of my meditative state and I rush to the bathroom.
What?
And I say, after me.
Well, I guess I gotta wait for him.
Yeah, I mean,
He walks back and sits. Yeah.
well, you
Just make sure I don't get taken this time.
I know that your lads, were relaxing for a while. We could taking a piss earlier. Fucking hell. Anyways, can we agree?
Can we
need.
real quick? Can we make sure that he doesn't get taken by like grabbing like one of the chairs and just locking him into the bathroom?
If you'd like to, yeah, go ahead and
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
roll me a athletics check, please.
Oh shit. I'm gonna ask Cloud if he can help me with this.
Okay, Cloud, go ahead and roll also an athletics check.
Ooh, not bad.
I rolled a
dude.
1.
I got a 17 total.
Jesus Christ. So, Cloud and Boris, you guys both get up, and Boris, in like one swift movement, grabs like the stool that he was sat underneath. And Cloud, you sort of get the assignment as you see Boris get up, and you follow him over to the restroom door. And when Boris sort of tries to slide the stool underneath the handle of the door, you sort of go to reach over to help nudge it into place. And when you do, it falls off the door itself and it collapses onto the floor. And Boris, with 2 planks of wood still in his hand, realizes that the legs of the stool have disconnected from the top of the stool. And Moonwind sort of comes back to the door and opens it for a second and looks at you both, looks at the stool, shakes his head,
What are
and
you
just
doing?
closes the door again.
If they can't get in, they can't take you.
And
That's
you
fair.
guys sort of just
I got it. And then I'm just going to sit down in front of the door.
That's crazy.
and Cloud pops a squat directly in front of the restroom door with his back leaned up against it. Boris, you make your way back to the table.
Before I do, I want to hand him a good berry. Are you still down hit points, by the way?
Yeah, I've got 23 out of 26. I'll take
Okay,
a good berry.
I'll give you 2 good berries.
Hell
You can share if you want.
I'm not sharing.
25
I'm
26.
finished.
I'm
Okay.
going to eat them both.
Yeah, he's got.
So, you guys meet back at the table, Jackal, Falcon, and Boris, and Falcon says, okay, if we can agree that one of these old cunts needs to live, we need to figure out how we're gonna get the information from him. We've been real sloppy the past couple of nights. We have to figure out a better way to go about this. So I'm gonna ask you, gentlemen, who seem to be the fucking experts at this, how should we go about extracting this information from him?
Isn't it Leon? He's the interrogator or something? Like someone's
Yeah.
good at it.
Yeah.
Typically,
He's the
He's
most
the
charismatic of us.
investigator. He's a detective.
Okay. So I mean, like, it seems like they don't. I mean, if Leon was here,
Yeah.
he would know what to do. But he did scare some of them by reading their thoughts. So maybe that would be an immense help. But
man can do that,
we
huh?
he's
Possibly.
something different.
Okay, no.
But
okay,
so
cool.
so am I. And I'm just like, I just do this, like, you know, like my face and shit, like frame it, square it. But we would need somebody that is intimidating.
And you guys all sort of look over at Cloud, who sat there next to the door. And Cloud and Moonwind, if you guys could please roll me opposing Athletics checks, please.
I feel like I'm already fucked on that one. Oh, fuck. I got a 4 total.
21.
Sure.
You guys can start hearing Moonwind like nudging the door, slamming against it. And Cloud, how are you sort of sat against this door? Are you just kind of leaned back with your
Just
arms
like
crossed?
just
or-
like I'm like sitting on the floor like crisscross, like with just my full weight like at the bottom of the door, basically.
and
Just
you
sitting there.
You should be like, you should just be like this, like.
just blocking the full like length of the door with the door with my body, just like laying down.
And you guys look over at Cloud, who is just sort of laid up, sprawled up, one arm underneath his head in front of the door, and you guys can feel the slamming of the door. Moonwind, what do you say? Trying to get out of this bathroom.
You keep me in here any longer, I'm gonna take a shite.
Well, maybe you should take a shite, mate. You deserve a good shite.
Now that I realize he is trying to open the door, I am going to quietly move away in between him trying to get out so that he bursts through the door.
Moonwind, can you roll me a acrobatics check, please?
$23 total.
So the door slams open, and Moonwind, rolling out of the door in a forward tuck, sort of just stands up at the end of it and looks around the room at all of you, and Falcon looks over and just... you guys, I fucking swear, who are you people?
You didn't get captured.
Yeah, okay, all right, fair enough. Blue Man,
Well, if
fucking...
you're asking, I'm actually a traveling entertainer.
And
Then that's when I pull out like those like balls, just like Aang from Avatar.
And he goes, what are you doing here, mate? What the fuck is all this? How'd you fucking even get with these guys, lad?
Honestly, you know what? You know when you go out through life, and he's doing it like
Yeah,
one of those,
okay.
you know, the more you live, you know, the more you forget, but the more you remember. You know?
Okay, all
And
right,
this is
mate.
one of the
And-
things where I don't remember.
Mm,
You know, I mean, I'm here for the money, right? I was promised payment. You know, it's better than my day job. So
right, and what's that day job then?
well, it's none of your business. I'm just kidding.
Right, okay, yeah. Okay.
I'm a courier by day. I just make a little jokey joke. You know?
Mailman.
Apparently, he's an accent coach too.
I don't know what that
I didn't
means.
forget about that.
What does he mean by that?
I have no clue. Man.
Anyways, we're
I
getting
mean, he's
fucking
died
derailed
several
here.
times and he came back to life. I don't know if he's real. I
Cat,
keep looking at him.
Cat, come here, fucking hell. Come here, Cat.
At that point, I'm just like looking at myself like,
What are we doing?
keep in mind, 9 intelligence.
Well, I'm trying to fucking...
back
I'm
over.
planning to kill some orcsies here, lads. I'm trying to fucking do something here with you. God, you guys are an eccentric fucking group, aren't you? And Boris, you suddenly feel that creeping feeling crawl back up your neck. And it's like a cold shiver that slowly crawls up your skin. And you can feel it sort of unlock this feeling, this pit in your stomach for a moment, as you can feel your eyes not roll to the back of your head, but sort of retreat into themselves. And Moonwind, Cloud, and Jackal, if you guys could roll me perception checks, please.
Perception.
Perception is a +2, so 15 total.
16.
Jackal?
8 plus 11 total.
You guys see Boris just sort of immediately tense up. And Falcon can feel the tension build, and he looks over towards Boris. And sort of with a shocked, alerted look on his face, he says, "Fuck, what is this? You okay, lad?" And he sort of winces over, leering towards Boris, and walks over to put a hand on Boris's shoulder. So, are you okay?
Am I like responsive? Am I coherent? Or am I
What time
still
of day
in
is it right now?
Nighttime. And yes, you can be responsive, Boris.
Is this the same feeling that I had when I was looking for something?
Yes.
Let me do the thing here.
There's windows in this room, right?
There's a couple.
Quickly, Boris, go stand by one of the windows.
I'll actually just ignore him, and I will step outside, and just keep looking for. I don't want to say it because it's super cool, but I want to keep looking for what
Yeah, I got
my
you.
ability lets me see. You know.
I got you.
When he went
Um,
outside, did his skin change?
It did, yes. The moonlight reveals the starlit shining of his skin. And Falcon, who is looking through the window out towards Boris, looks back towards you guys who are standing at the other window, just a few feet away, and he says, "Who are you fucking people?" And he
We don't know
walks-
shit about that. This is new.
he walks around to the outside door, and Boris, who's just a few feet away from the front door of the lodge, Falcon comes up from behind him and puts a hand on his shoulder, and he says, "Okay, well, I'm just gonna ignore all of this for a moment here. Are you okay? What is going on?" And Boris, if you could roll me a perception check as well. Let's say that.
I got a 20 total.
You feel that pit in your stomach sort of turn over, and this thought in your head carries with it of, no, it's not outside. It's in the lodge. And you sort of turn back towards the door where Falcon is standing in front of you, and he says, "Mate, you gotta tell me something here, lad. I can't help you if you don't tell me something."
Do I see one?
You do. from the second floor in a bedroom receding just behind a window above. You can see the strange dark purple glow of a sort of being standing within the shape of an oval that is also glowing a different tint of purple. And near it is this sort of strange purple smoky glow wrapped around something not glowing. The shape of a man.
I'm gonna point at it and like move like Falcon's head and just point up at the window to see if he sees the glow.
And Falcon, seeing not exactly the same thing that you've seen, but he can see the glow of violet beaming through the window. But within this purple glow is the dark shape of smoke littered underneath it. And you guys then hear the crashing of glass as the window of this room seemingly explodes from the frames of the lodge.
Outward or inward?
Outward. And you guys can hear the voice of Corwin saying, "No!" from upstairs. What do you guys do?
I'm rushing outside.
It's time to rush upstairs.
Yep.
Okay. Moonwind, what about you?
I'm gonna make my way upstairs towards the sound.
And you guys rush your way up the stairs and into the rooms, and you guys can see in the hallways there is a series of 6 doors littered down the hall, all facing one another in increments of 3. And you're not entirely sure which room this is, but you guys can see Falcon from underneath the stairs saying, "It should be the first room on the left." And Boris, you slam the door open. And when you do, you feel this strange force of energy bursting through the doorway. And there in the middle of the room, for just a moment, you see the silhouette of Leon in just pitch black with smoke gathered around it and a purple glow emanating from around him. For a moment, you feel like you can see 2 twiny, spider-like hands wrapped around Leon's head. And then the door slams in front of you. Moonwind, your hand was up.
So there was a moment in the past where I had eavesdropped on Leon during somewhat of a similar encounter. I want to take or try and encourage everyone to walk back down the stairs by saying something along the lines of, "We will be of no help to him right now. We need to just stand by."
And Falcon from down the bottom of the stairs says, What the fuck's going on up there? Can someone tell me something here?
I'm not
Was there
very
anybody else in the room?
knowledgeable. What's
Continue.
that?
Moonwind, go ahead.
I'm not very knowledgeable about the situation. I just know that I have a feeling that Leon may be in league with some darker forces. I've never seen anything like it. But we are severely unmatched for whatever's happening right now.
Cloud, what is it that you said?
Was there anybody else in the room?
Boris, please roll me a perception check, please.
That is a 15.
You did not see anyone, so to speak, in the room outside of Leon, but you saw what could have been something. Was it a person? You do not know, but this being, this sort of creature, was definitely wrapped around Leon itself.
Where did Corwin scream from then?
You do not know. The scream was just coming from upstairs.
I say we check on Corwin.
Can I open the door?
You go to shake the handle and try to turn the knob, but you notice that the knob will turn, the door will not budge, though.
I'm going to start checking the other rooms.
Okay. Cloud, Jackal, what do you two do?
Pull out my crossbow and just have it ready.
Can I try to get in through the broken window upstairs?
We can try, for sure. Cloud, roll me a...
Yeah, I'd like to go back outside and then try to get through that window.
Roll me a acrobatics check, please.
$23 total. 17 plus 6.
You, Cloud, kind of rush your way past Falcon at the bottom of the stairs, and you run yourself outside in sort of a sliding fashion across the dirt, and you leap up onto the wall. And please roll me an athletics check.
$14.
You leap up the wall and are able to grasp your nails into the wood just long enough for you to be able to scale up the logs of the lodge. And as you peer into what used to be the window, in between the frames that lined the window itself, you see this bright, appalling, shocking glow of purple emanating from Leon. And there, through the thick of black smoke, you see what looks like the spider-like hands of smoked creature holding Leon's mouth agape. And almost through the smoke, you can see this formed shape of a woman's face with her mouth also agape. And from her mouth into Leon's, you feel like you see almost what looks to be some kind of purple liquid moving from her mouth to his. And Leon, who is not moving, is convulsing, shaking. Cloud, what do you do here?
Oh, let's see. I know what I'd want to do. I have a feeling I know how I'd want to act. I just want to I would like to try. I don't want to fight. I'm just trying to restrain. Like Leon, I'm trying to jump at him, wrestle him, tackle him, proverbially. If that's what I would like to.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Roll me another athletics check, please.
Okay.
Yes.
You do what you want to do.
Any update on Corwin?
18 total.
18 total. Okay. Moonwind, as you're sort of opening the doors down the hallway, you do not see Corwin behind any of those doors. You can't seem to find him anywhere, so you make your way back to the door that they're all standing outside of. And you try to think, where the fuck would Corwin be? And you notice down on the floor in front of the door is the same pelt of green shirt lying on the floor in front of the door here that Corwin was wearing when you last saw him. And Boris, if you can either be trying to hit the door open with your shoulder if you would like to. Otherwise, we can have you just sort of sitting in a pause at the moment. What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm gonna try and open the door.
Okay. Please roll me a athletics check as well. Moonwind.
After seeing the shirt, I look at Boris as he's about to attempt to open the door, and I would like to assist him.
Okay. Roll me an athletics check as well, please. What did you get, Boris?
I got 15.
Moonwind.
20 total.
And you guys start shouldering this door sort of at the same time, trying to count down 3, 2, 1, and you shoulder it again. And this door just does not seem to budge until it does. And when it does, all of you, Leon and not Leon, Cloud included, can see Leon standing in the middle of this room. And in this moment that the door swings open, Cloud, you can see all of the purple glow and the smoke that emanated in this room suck itself into the mouth of Leon in one swirling motion. In a second, the door swings open, and you guys can see the last bit of smoke barrel down Leon's throat. And Leon closes his mouth, looks downward, and sort of shifts his shoulders up and down, creaking his neck to the side, and you can hear a slow snap come from his neck as it pops. Do any of you say anything to him?
I don't think that's Leon.
Moonwind.
Fuck is that?
What do you want with Leon?
And Leon turns towards Jackal, Moonwind, and Boris. And in a sort of strange layered voice of both Leon and what sounds like an abyssal creature echoes from his mouth, saying, "Blood." And Leon's hand reaches out towards Cloud, and a purple blast leaves Leon's hand towards Cloud. Yes, Moonwind.
Do I have time to try and jump in front of it?
No. Cloud.
Can I make an attempt at least? Either to jump in front of it or to do something to deflect it. Do something. I noticed that as the hand is being lifted, I want to do something to disrupt it.
Well, did you notice?
I'm standing right there.
So
That doesn't mean you notice.
you can make an attempt to tackle Leon, but even then, it's not guaranteed to stop this blast from happening. So please roll an athletics check.
It's a 14 total.
As the purple blast leaves Leon's hand, Moonwind, you dive towards Leon as fast as you can. And when you do, you can feel Leon sort of hover upward off of the ground. And you leap towards him, wrapping your arms around his midsection. And as Cloud sort of falls out of the window, Leon floats his way with you wrapped around him out the window with him. And you slide off of his body to the ground below where Cloud is. And now, with purple glowing eyes and the smoke wrapping around his body once more, Leon says, "I've come for blood." And the
You're not getting
purple
shit.
glow emanates from both of his hands once more.
Get inside, get inside.
As he lets off another shot towards the room at Boris and Jackal and towards Moonwind and Cloud below. And that will be the end of our session today, boys.
Damn.
Damn.
Betrayal.
I was like the Matrix.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, people at home, for being here along with us. As always, this has been a very fun time. Thankfully, again, we are all done with our summertime rolling vacation, so we will not be having very many holdups going forward in the future with D&D. We will make sure that we let you guys know if there's ever an episode that will not be getting recorded, so that you do not come to the page and be like, "Oh, where the fuck's the next episode?" Because I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we have to get going, everybody. But until next time, my friends, be good to each other.
But